He wanted to light up a cigarette in the blaze, but the raging fire couldn't even light his smoke. He helplessly sniffed the cigarette, as if he already knew his fate, yet he resolutely walked toward the inferno. Meanwhile, the plant manager's whispers were overheard by the crew. This mission was looking grim. Factory workers had forgotten to shut off the valves, causing crude oil to keep gushing out, even approaching the nearby chemical tank area. If an explosion occurred, the entire city would be wiped out. Though citizens were fleeing, the firefighters decided to hold their ground and completely extinguish the blaze. But to put out the fire, they had to enter the inferno and shut off the valves. The next moment, he, as the captain, stepped up first. However, they turned it hundreds of times, even ran out of oxygen tanks, but the valves still wouldn't close, so he quickly reported to his superiors. Under intense questioning from the commander, the plant manager finally confessed. It actually took 40,000 turns to close one valve. This revelation crushed everyone instantly, but he gritted his teeth and kept turning the valve. Fortunately, he managed to close 2 valves, but more valves awaited them. As the fire grew more fierce, while they were crossing through the blaze, leaking oil everywhere ignited. An explosion occurred instantly. The fire spread in moments. To protect the nearby chemical tanks, other firefighters charged into the blaze, but just as they cleared a path, the spreading fire surrounded them. Yet they continued battling the flames. Seeing the fire approaching the chemical tank area, they made a stunning move. They crashed vehicles into civilian houses, then built a firewall with bricks. The next second, the fire became even more fierce, but the chemical tanks were right behind them. They clearly had nowhere to retreat. Just as they were about to leave final words, the captain on the other side successfully shut off a valve, but his teammate was severely dehydrated. The captain decided to get him out quickly, but he insisted on closing the valve. To convince him to return to safety, the captain said he'd go back with him. However, when he ran back, he turned around only to find the captain still standing there. He looked at the captain with tears in his eyes. The next second, the captain defiantly faced the fire, then frantically turned the valve. Unexpectedly, the fire knocked him down hard, but he got back up. His hands were now badly burned, but he didn't back down. He just kept turning like this. 8 hours passed. He finally shut off the last valve. After hundreds of hours of fighting, the fire was finally extinguished by the firefighters.